A very good evening and thank you so much for joining us tonight on BeeTv Major News at 6, coming to you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital, Nigeria. I am Gift Owagboy. And now to the news in details. The inauguration ceremony of the Admiral Augustus Ikomu Foundation Board of Trustees and Ultra-Modern Accident and Emergency Center at Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital has been held. The event held at the MD Khan Complex ISTH Irua, Asa Central Local Government area, attracted several dignitaries, including a former governor of Edo State and chairman of the occasion, Senator Osarime Osumbo. BeeTv News Osarugi Agobo completes the report.
It was a momentous occasion at Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital in Asa Central Local Government area of Edo State, as notable personalities converged to witness the inauguration of the Board of Trustees of the Admiral Augustus Ikomu Foundation, as well as the Ultra-Modern Accident and Emergency Center at Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital. In a remark, the chairman of the occasion and former governor of Edo State, Senator Osarime Osumbo, described the event as a significant milestone in honor of late Admiral Augustus Ikomu's remarkable legacy. He acknowledged Admiral Augustus Ikomu for his instrumental role in the establishment of Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital, which he said has become a leading provider of quality healthcare services to the community and state. He said the inauguration of the Admiral Augustus Ikomu Foundation Board of Trustees and the Ultra-Modern Accident and Emergency Center at Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital will significantly support and enhance the hospital's ability to deliver adequate healthcare services to the people.
So it is necessary that they have some independent sources of finance to enable them to carry out this humanitarian service on the needy persons in serious life-threatening situations and traffic accidents. There are also some of our people in the diaspora who are anxious to also contribute to the upliftment of the hospital. A foundation gives them confidence that whatever money, whatever contributions they are making will be well utilized. That is the essence of having this foundation. In summary, I should say.
Keynote address the Chief Medical Director, Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital, Professor Ruben Eifedeyi, highlighted the hospital's notable accomplishments in providing quality healthcare services.
Over the years, ISTA has evolved into a clinical division notably housing the Institute of Nasal Fever Research and Control, which plays a vital role in the diagnosis and treatment of nasal fever and other hemorrhagic fevers in the region. Eventually, the same illness was found to be what? Nasal fever. Today, more than 50 decades later, I can confidently affirm that ISTA has fulfilled its mandate, and the late Admiral Bishop has materialized into a national center of excellence for the diagnosis and treatment of viral fevers and related pathogens.
Thereafter, the members of the Board of Trustees of Admiral Augustus Ikomu's Foundation were formally inaugurated.
Board of Management and Chief Medical Director of Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital, Irua. So help me God. Congratulations.
In his speech, the chairman of the Admiral Augustus Ikomu Foundation Board of Trustees, Chief Dr. Limon Ikpea, represented by a member of the board, Honorable Matthew Ebadon, said they will ensure they support the hospital board and management to promote adequate healthcare facilities as part of effort to honor and sustain the vision of Admiral Augustus Ikomu.
We are committed to upholding the values that Admiral Ikomu embodies. The value of hard work, dedication, integrity, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. We will work tirelessly to ensure that the hospital remains a hub for innovative medical practices and a beacon of hope for those seeking quality healthcare. To the management and staff of the Irua Specialty Hospital, I pledge the full support of the Board of Trustees, which is an exemplary of some of the best.
There were goodwill messages from some notable personalities, including the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebolo, represented by former Speaker Edo State House of Assembly, Festus Ebeya, representative of the Chief of Naval Staff, daughter of Admiral Augustus Aikomu, Mrs. Benita Nimie, and the Managing Director, Ray Royal Construction Company, Bishop Matthew Okpebulu, amongst others. Awards represented to deserving recipients in special recognition of their outstanding contributions to the growth and development of the Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital. In an interview with BeeTv News, some guests, including the former governor of Edo State, Senator Osarieme Osumbo, daughter of Admiral Augustus Aikomu, Mrs. Benita Nimie, and other guests paid tribute to late Admiral Augustus Aikomu's vision and initiative in establishing the Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital.
It's also an occasion to celebrate the legacy of Admiral Augustus Aikomu. It was through his vision, foresight, and initiative that this hospital was established, and we will ever be grateful to him.
On behalf of my family, we're very happy to see this 14 years after my father's passing, to see his vision and legacy being carried on is truly a thing of joy for us. I'm truly grateful for the management, especially the CMD of the hospital, for the good work they're doing and carrying my father's legacy on. We're truly grateful for that. So it's a day of joy, really, for me and my family.
Highlight of the event was the inauguration of donated vehicles to the hospital and the foundation laying of the geriatric center, as well as inspection tour of the Admiral Augustus Aikomu's accident and emergency complex at Iwa Specialist Teaching Hospital. Late Augustus Aikomu, who passed away on August 17, 2011, was an admiral in the Nigerian Navy who served as the de facto Vice President of Nigeria, other military head of state, General Ibrahim Babangida, from 1986 to 1993. Osarogie Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The leadership of the All Progressive Congress and the 10 wards of Unwode local government area have unanimously suspended Mr. Osawe Osayemeri as the party chairman in the local government. The suspension was carried out after the leaders in the local government expressed displeasure in the leadership style of Osawe Osayemeri. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe has the details.
At an enlarged mention of party leaders, local government party executive and leaders of the All Progressive Congress from the 10 wards of Unwode local government area of Edo gathered to take a decision on the alleged activities of the Unwode APC chairman, where they unanimously suspended Mr. Osawe Osayemeri indefinitely as the APC chairman, Unwode chapter. This followed after a vote of no confidence was previously passed on him over an alleged high-handedness, dislodging members and taking actions that has allegedly put the party in the local government in a state of disunity.
You need somebody to second to his motion that we have lost confidence in him. Osayemeri, we are even confident in Osayemeri to ballot the affair of the party in the local government.
We, the members of the APC executive, lost confidence in him. The chairman of the party, Honorable Osayemeri Osawe, hereby vote of no confidence on him and move for suspension. So I move.
The leaders thereafter supported a motion of a vote of confidence on Mr. Osaze Masugie, who they said is competent, capable, and they believe on his leadership style to be in acting capacity as the APC chairman in Unwode.
I hereby move a vote of implicit confidence on the apex leader of our great party in the Unwode local government area, Engineer Osaze Masugie. He has been a good leader to us. He has served the party meticulously, and we have no other way to reward him than to pass this vote of confidence on him.
Hereby support the motion that our apex leader, Engineer Osaze Masugie, will have a full confidence of his capacity as a good leader that should carry on.
In an interview with BeeTv News, some APC party leaders from Unwode said the decision became necessary because the APC as a party is not a personal enterprise as it is for the people. They added that it is wrong for one individual decision to override the interest of the party, hence the move was taken to keep the party united and ensure the party is in shape for future elections.
So this man in question is suspended till further notice. I'm one of the oldest politicians in my ward. So the whole everybody have concurred that yes, it should remain suspended till further notice.
The problem we have, local government, is just the party chairman. So that is why they now resolve that they now remain suspended until further notice. So as far as I'm concerned, I alone cannot take decision. If majority of the person says, leaders and executives say they need to be suspended, so I don't support that you need to be suspended.
Elections are forthcoming. We want to win. So to put our house in order, we try to appeal to him. He does not listen, and he believes in divide and rule. So the best thing that his ways.
The leaders and executives and the people of APC in Uwunde, who he was supposed to serve, were all gathered here today to attest that for the past few years, the way he has handled the party, he has manhandled the party, he has balkanized the party, he has fashionized the party.
They said suspension of Osawo Osayemere is with immediate effect. At the time of this report, Mr. Osawo Osayemere could not be reached for comment on this suspension. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Some Edo people have reiterated calls on the need for Edo State government to revive the lost glory of the Bender Breweries Limited, situated on Benin Agbo Road. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that responded said the company can generate revenue for the state and also create employment opportunities to a large extent. The report.
Using this means to appeal to the state government to see what they can help us to do about this Bender Brewery.
Unemployed persons of the street.
See this place has been down for years, and this is as a result of lack of proper management. So what I think the government should be able to do for us to resuscitate. Or revive, get this place back to work, is for them to try as much as possible to put in effort. See, we have the resources it takes or to take to get this place revived, but our government, you know the way things be for the country. You understand? And if possible that they can get this place revived, it will be on the positive end of, you know, the citizens of this state, because it's going to definitely create employment.
Bad also, you know good. Okay. It's supposed to work. Government supposed to do something here. You go see empower the people around this place, area. Because without nothing here, nothing we gain. So we want to make them do it. Anything they feel do, make them try, make them do something here.
So this is why there must be need to revive that Bender Breweries, at least to make sure that there is industry in Benin and where people can work. Many youths have finished school for many years, no employment. Everybody are roaming about the street. This is why all this Yahoo and all whatnot, kidnapping and every crime is increasing. So if government can revive this Bender Breweries, we will be very happy.
The revival of Bender Breweries will not only provide jobs opportunities, but also generate increased AGRO for the state. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The family members of Mr. Efe Ogbede and some members of the civil society organization in Benin have protested the gruesome murder of one Mr. Efe Ogbede, a deaf and dumb man who was killed on the site he was supervising in Omazagbon community. BeeTv News Kwelumi Muko reports that the protest was held at 4 different venues. The report.
Ogbede, a young man physically challenged, specifically deaf and dumb young man that was brutally and gruesomely murdered.
It was a tragic day on Friday, 28 February 2025, where engineer Efe Ogbede, a deaf and dumb, who was at the site he was supervising, was shot and gruesomely murdered by unknown gunmen in Omazagmo community. There has been an ongoing land dispute in the community which has claimed the lives of several individuals. Mr. Efe, who survived by his wife, Mrs. Ogbede, who is also a deaf and dumb, and their 3 children, was not even a member of the community but was there to work. The protest, which was led by Marxist Kola Edopayi of the Talkawas Parliament, Edo State Deaf and Dumb Community, GRA youth members in attendance, where they all conveyed from Ring Road to Edo State House of Assembly, NUJ Secretariat, Edo State Police Headquarters, and finally at Government House. at Edo State House of Assembly, Marxist Kola Edukpayo, on behalf of the protestants, appealed to the Speaker Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Blessing Agbegbaku, to please intervene in the matter and to make sure justice is served, and also submitted a petition that was written to the Speaker. In response, Speaker Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Blessing Agbegbaku, condemned the act and promised to look into the matter and bring the perpetrators to book.
This 21st century, people can take laws into their hands to take the life of another person. It's so sad that we are now operating jungle justice. The state is against this. The governor is against this. The deputy governor is against this. And I, as number 3 man in the state, the head of this arm of government, I'm also against this. Thank you, sir. We are going to investigate and fish out the perpetrators of this young man. I want to assure you that this petition will be treated appropriately and justice will be done.
After Edo State House of Assembly, the protesters moved to the Nigerian Union of Journalists Secretariat, where the President, Network for the Advancement of People with Visible Disabilities, NAPVID, Mr. Melody Omosa Esquire, spoke on the gruesome acts done to one of their own and appealed for the assistance of the press to amplify the issue. In response, Edo State NUJ Chairman, Comrade Festus Aleke, who was represented by Edo State NUJ Secretary, Mr. Andy Egbo, sympathized with them and promised to support them to ensure they get justice. After which they moved to Edo State Police Headquarters to lay their grievances and also to submit a written petition, which was received by the Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations, DCP Ben Anang, who mentioned that they have arrested 3 suspected culprits on the issue and the investigation is currently going on.
We have not relented. We know that some culprits are still out there. But 3 culprits have been arrested over this case.
Thank you, sir.
And on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, who is not on field right now, and the Inspector General of Police, I am telling you, justice in this case will stand.
Thank you, sir.
To end the protest, they moved to Government House, where they were received by the Deputy Chief of Staff, Honorable Pius Alile, who promised that the Edo State government will definitely intervene in this matter.
This is a very responsive and responsible government. And the government will not sit by and watch some hoodlums take lives, innocent lives, one family in this society. So I will take your grievance, I will take your concerns, I will take your complaint back to the government. And I can assure you that we have a listening governor who will take necessary action to redress these particular issues that you have raised.
Edo State citizens are demanding for justice for Mr. Efe Ogbeide. Pelumi Mokoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The Federal Executive Council has approved 2.5 billion naira for the procurement of an integrated solution framework to combat illegal and unregulated mining activities across the country. Pelumi Mokoro has details.
The approval given to the Ministry of Solid Mineral Development at the Federal Executive Council meeting is an effort by the federal government to properly harness the potentials in this non-oil sector. The Minister Dele Alakie disclosed that the Executive Council meeting approved measures to stop unregulated and unlicensed mining activities that threatens the revenue accrued to the federal government.
Specifically to procure an integrated solution framework to combat unlicensed, unregulated, underreported mining activities.
For the Ministry of Works, 4 members were approved for the award of contracts for the dualization of some major highways in the country, including the Section 2 of the Abuja, Kaduna, Zaria, and Kano roads.
Approval for the award of contract for the dualization of Oduopani E2, Spur at Idendem Etam in Ekote Bene Road in Cross River and Akwa Ibom State.
There was also approval for the issuance of provisional licenses to 11 new private universities.
The Secretary to the Government of the Federation had long ago
sent a circular to government MDAs mandating them to ensure critical assets of government.
The 11 universities have fulfilled the rigorous requirement at 13-step National University Commission 13-step process to be awarded the provisional licenses to start operation.
The Ministry of Women Affairs is excited about its partnership with the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology for the supply of SCA parks for manufacturing leather goods and footwears.
Encouraging for us to produce what we wear, what we use, and we know that that is a sector that has very high potential.
With all of these approvals given for the award of contract, it aligns with President Bola Ahmed's desire to build a $1 trillion economy as he continues to seek the cooperation of Nigerians to achieve this goal. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The price of filling cooking gas currently in Benin City varies. Some gas outlets visited today by BeeTv News crew revealed that a kilogram of cooking gas is being filled at prices between 1,200 naira and 1,500 naira. BeeTv News Osarogi Agwebo tells us more.
When BeeTv News crew took to the streets to find out the current price of filling a kilogram of cooking gas, an interview with some residents revealed that the price varies, ranging from 1,300 and 1,500 naira to fill a kilogram. According to the respondents, the price variation depends on the outlet where the gas is filled. They noted that despite no significant reduction in the product, the gas burns fast.
Actually, when I go fill last night, now 1.5 now take 1 kg. Now 1.5 now take 1 kg. Now the gas I dey use now the gas like here now we no fit use firewood for store here. Now the gas I take dey cook. So I calculate everything before I say give customer.
Never come down no. The thing himself, he be the high more self. I just tired. I don't know reason why everything just be like that. At least before now, you know, reach now before you go figure out now, you go hold better money. The figures now, some they say 1,004, some now 1,500, some they say they are 1,200. See, I bet before at least if you hold like 5K or 2,000, your gas don't full. The worst part, nobody say that so most of them they just put small hair like this. You go say you don't feel like nothing did there.
1,250 before, but this last one I buy 1,400. So even if they go try reduce them again, we go like them now because you know see what they do now. Bola they roast now for this bola now they get money for children, feed children, other things. So if they reduce them again, I go like them so much.
Now come down small, not be saying how much like that. It come down. I dey feel am for along this road here. They feel am 1,200 for 1 kg. 1,200 sometimes they'll say 1,250, but now 1,200 they feel am. When I feel last yesterday it was 1,250. It depends of your area. You understand? Like this area now down now. If you go figures for that side, you know say nah there will be you. It depends on where you for the figures. Nah, but I want to wait the fee for where they feel.
However, a visit to a gas outlet on Selu Lagos Road, the news crew observed that a kilogram of cooking gas sells for 1,220 naira. According to the gas dealers Hassan Dalandi and Farouk Umar, there has been a reduction in the price of filling a cooking gas. They said the rapid burning of some gas is as a result of pressure issue and the sale of fake gas at some outlets. They added that the prices variation are determined by the prices marketers who supply the outlets.
So we are filling kg 1,020 naira.
So why is the price? As if the price is not stable, why?
So it's from the government. They are reducing, they are increasing. It's from the government. I think the price of petroleum and gas up to now is not suitable. That's why it's coming down.
That one is different from their own, from where they buy the gas and how they are working with it. So that's a problem. But we don't actually know what is the problem from there.
Residents are hopeful that the price of cooking gas will subsequently decrease across all outlets, as it is an essential commodity used by many households. Sarogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
Many people have described plants like flowers in homes as naturally endowed advantage to humanity. It is used to describe, decorate, and express emotions in a most valid manner. Flowers of different type serve different purpose to different people. BeeTv News Ebe Igbirase reports that the predominant use of flowers in human nature is a testament of its highly venture in nature. The report.
We get oxygen from plants. So it makes the environment aerated.
The planting of flower in most residents in the society reveals the significant value in nature, and it symbolizes various cultural diversity with great importance to different communities. Flower, as it sounds, is a means of non-verbal communication through various spectrum to address situations in different localities like emotions, sadness, celebration of various kinds, among others. Planting flowers has many advantages, including brightening spaces, attracting beneficial insects, and reducing harmful pests. People plant flowers for different purposes to fulfill their aim or desire. The question is, why do people love flower, and what is the use?
Naturally, gardening is life itself. It is part of man. Without gardening, without nature, without plants, no man will live. An environment that is toxic with gas, where greens are not introduced, that is where that is exactly where you get the opposite of nature itself. If you look at plants itself, plants has been part of man from time. It was God that created the Garden of Eden. And the purpose of the Garden of Eden is what you are seeing around us. Despite the fact that, okay, natures are not being appreciated. We tap from nature without paying back to nature.
Number one is Sesivera, popularly known as Modailo's tongue. It is known for the spiritual aspects. It is not to drive away bad energy and bring a positivity. Like, it's also for the physical aspect, which is the natural one we breathe in. It purifies the air. Another one is the lavender plant. It is an anti-snake plant that drives away snakes. And we have another one which is called miracle plant. It is used to cure cough, catarrh, and cold too.
Flowers are just simply defined as ornamental plants grown around the houses. First and foremost, you find out that there is this psychological thing about flowers. It psychologically enables one to admire nature. It psychologically creates a kind of a relaxing mood. That is why, in foreign hospitals, for patients who go for physiotherapy, most especially the aged, in some organized hospitals, you see them planting flowers around such geriatric ward, and they tend to allow some of these old men and old women to walk around it. It enables them to appreciate nature. It relaxes mood. Imagine seeing a beautiful flower and a bird flying to suck the nectar. It takes you off that emotional anxiety or fear or thought of there's no money or family troubles. It relaxes the mind.
We have some that are medicinal. So like the Indian moon, what we call it, they are used for beautifications, used for edges and every other part. They also have the grass, which is part of the plant, to make the environment look more natural and more beautiful. Mainly plants, most of these plants that we have here, they are mainly for beautifications. The synthetic flowers are those ones that are stagnant. They don't grow. You don't need much maintenance. While the natural, they are just like human beings. They have life just as both of us, we have life.
Flowers, like other plants, produces oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, which is a process where they use sunlight to convert carbon dioxide into energy, releasing oxygen into the atmosphere, especially any flowering plant which produces oxygen. Ebe Igbirase, reporting for BeeTv News.
The People's Democratic Party in Benue State have asked Governor Hassan Salia to focus on delivering good governance based on the rule of law and security of the people. The group gave advice against the backdrop of recent development in the state, even as it condemns verbal attack on the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Abba Moro, by the Old Progressive Congress. Elders over the purported removal of the Chief Judge Justice Morris and the suspension of 13 members of the House of Assembly, some of whom are PDP, while addressing journalists in Makurdi. The chairman of the G14 and G9, Laha Deva, and Elisha Mali questioned the APC leaders for criticizing the position of the Senate Minority Leader, Abamu Moro, whose statements they said are rooted in the rule of law.
Worrisome. Of the Benue State of law, officers are made with integrity and fairness, but above all, to be rooted in the rule of law and due process. We are concerned that actions of the Benue State House of Assembly are worrisome. We advise a return to status quo. The suspended members of the Benue State House of Assembly, many of whom are PDP members, are representatives of their various constituencies. We find it disturbing that these esteemed elders chose to criticize the unassailable position of the Senate Minority Leader, Senator Abamu Moro. We consider the attempt by the APC elders to denigrate Senator Moro as another needless white goose chase.
Nigerians have urged the government to implement paternity leave for fathers as done in some other countries, as they say it will enable them bond with their families and also contribute in taking care of the mother and baby. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukoro has the report.
Paternity leave is a period of absence from work granted to fathers after or shortly before the birth of a child. Unlike maternity leave, paternity leave is not effective in Nigeria as seen in other countries. Speaking with BeeTv News, some respondents stated that it will be a good idea that should be implemented as it will help relieve stress from the mother and to properly recover from child's birth.
Many ladies, they are finding it difficult, like maybe stress of work, they may have a complication. So adding B, they have something like that in Nigeria, that somebody will just take a leave. That person will not have that issue because of stress of work. So if Nigeria has something like that, many ladies won't have issue for giving birth or having miscarriage.
Other respondents spoke about the impact of motherhood and how paternity leave will ensure that both parents contribute to taking care of their child.
Most people don't think it is just the woman's responsibility. Taking, as in being pregnant, taking care of the child, nurturing the child, they'll say it's the woman's work. But I think it's more than that, because it's not easy. Conceiving, taking care of that responsibility of nurturing a child is for both the parents, both man and a woman.
I know me, when I pass through all those things, in the morning, my husband will go. I don't have house help, nobody to help me. It's me. In the night, you won't sleep because of baby. But in the morning, for you to sleep, no way. You will do this one, do this one. But if assuming your husband is with you, the husband, because you didn't sleep in the night, the husband will help you do one or two things.
In 2021, 115 out of 185 countries surveyed by the International Labour Organization offered paternity leave, and many believe that it should be applicable in Nigeria. Pelumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Customs Service is stepping up its trade facilitation efforts with a big tech of the Odogu Unified Customs Management Systems at Apapa and Tikan Land Island Port, aiming for faster and more transparent operations. BeeTv News' Harmony Agbafor completes the report.
Global trade is moving fast and Nigeria is keeping up. At this high-level stakeholders meeting, customs management and port agencies and industry players took stock of the homegrown Odogu system, learning from his pilot run at PTML port and mapping out strategies to tackle our challenges as it expands.
Because of the history of frustration and dissatisfaction that we've had with NICES, we took that bold decision that we are going to start on a fresh note. We are going to develop a new system that will take care of all the challenges that we've had, all the frustrations that we've had with the previous systems for over almost 20 years. And that was why our officers, working with the service providers, started to develop a new system. And what we had was what we christened Bodogu.
To see the system in action, a visit to the Customs Processing Center provided real-time insights. Those already using the platform shared their experiences, highlighting smoother operations and reduced paperwork.
Bodogu is faster. When you want to take delivery more faster, it's different from 9-6. And if you look at when it comes to security aspect, it's our indigenous platform, which is going to be favorable for us if the customs can work as they started.
We did not roll out the integration of Form M and PAR in PTML. Now we have gotten to a point where all the banks, have signed up and they are going to be working with us as we roll out, so that PAR and Form M will be part of what we are going to be doing in Apapa. And once we capture that, we can conveniently say that we have captured almost 70–80% of our operations.
The Controller General of Customs said this is just the beginning. He emphasized that Bodogu is driving efficiency and making Nigeria's ports more competitive. Harmony Agbafor reporting for BeeTv News.
Now, the development of the West African sub-region. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has called on leaders in the West African region to recommit themselves to the vision of regional integration. The governor spoke during the first seminar and extraordinary session of the ECOWAS Parliament holding in Lagos State. The report. This meeting serves as a crucial platform for dialogue, addressing the present challenges faced by the bloc threats to regional integration and the path forward. The Speaker of the Parliament, Mumanatu Ibrahim, opens the session by underscoring the importance of unity among member states as a foundation for achieving free trade, security cooperation, and seamless movement across borders. Governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, in his keynote address, describes ECOWAS as a bold vision that has stood the test of time. Key issue dominating discussions is the withdrawal of Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali from the bloc. But the first Deputy Speaker of the Parliament, Jibril Barwa, along with other members, commend ECOWAS for its resilience and ability to swiftly adapt to the region's evolving geopolitical landscape.
Deepen economic integration by removing trade barriers, removing barriers to investment, and to ensure that our people can move freely along the region. The third point is to promote peace and security. And this could be done by addressing the root causes of conflicts.
Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has arrested the drug baron in connection with hard drugs worth 1.4 billion naira. The suspect, who had evaded arrest for 17 years, ran a global drug syndicate and had moved struggling drugs into South Korea. The report is presented by Osarugi Agobo.
NDLEA's arrest of the drug baron is a significant achievement by the agency. The suspect has been evasive for 17 years. The agency says the suspect was at the heart of a global drug trade with mills in Africa and Asia, but the alleged drug lord ran out of luck last month following an extensive investigation by the NDLEA.
About 20 days ago, on Wednesday, 12th February 2024, we achieved that objective in the successful arrest of Ogbonnaya Kevin Jeff, a 59-year-old drug baron. The suspect was arrested at his hideout at number 3 Ibunko-Olua Taiwo Close off Lasu Road in Lagos. As I said, he has been under the NDLEA investigation for 17 years before his arrest. As a result, we have comprehensive intelligence on his activities and incontrovertible facts that he is a notorious drug lord who recruited young Nigerians and other nationalities as couriers to smuggle illicit substances into the Republic of Korea, that is South Korea.
The proceeds from the drug business are at the heart of a money laundering scheme.
We have established that he laundered the proceeds through the importation of electronics and other goods. Following his arrest, A search of his residence led to the recovery of multiple Nigerian international passports belonging to different individuals, many of which contained Korean visas.
The suspect will be tried in Nigeria with the possibility of extradition to face charges in South Korea pending the country's request. Glorious Isiramen reporting for BeeTv News.
You're still watching BeeTv Major News at 6, and now we'll be going on a short break. Do stay with us.
In less than 24 hours to my wedding, the program of event, the banner, the flags for decoration, nothing is ready.
Brother, please calm down. I'm still trying to call them. Please, just calm down.
Boss,
please.
God,
what is the problem?
You know, it's just less than 24 hours to my wedding.
Yes.
The program of event, the flags for decoration, nothing is ready. And I'm calling the guys, not taking my calls.
Calm down. Wow, that's really serious. But no problem. I know a place. Bosu Printing System at Irua, they are fast, they are reliable, they are competent. Their workers are very professional.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. In less than 24 hours, they can deliver. We just have to go there now.
Good news to the entire Esa land and environs. No more traveling kilometers to get your printing jobs done. Bosu Printing System, Dumebo, Irua, opposite White House to ISTH Edo State. Bosu Printing System. Our industrial machines are second to none for all kinds of flex, XAV, photo printing, all kinds of photo frames, all kinds of DTF printing and blotting on caps, t-shirts, etc. Professional branding and general printing. Bosu Printing System. Idumebo Irua, opposite White House to Irua Specialist Teaching Hospital, Edo State, Nigeria. Call lines 09046202652. Bosu Printing System. Creativity redefined.
Bosu Printing System. Now, Baba.
My fellow Edo citizen, shey you know say the Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency don tanda gidigba by law to regulate and collect revenue for all signage and outdoor advertisement inside we Edo State. These include all signboards, billboards, banner or anything wey show and tell the public that business wey you dey do. Register and pay your advert or signage permit today. Visit EDSA office for inside Palm House, Block A, Floor 6, or make you green our telephone number 0906-3947-365 or 0807-4454-219. EDSA don position to take serve you better o. The business wey you dey do wey no get sign, na sign say you no get business na im be that o. This message is brought to you by Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency.
Welcome back, and thank you so very much for staying with us. And now to the foreign scene, where China has vowed to fight back against the new U.S. tariffs, imposing up to 15% taxes on American goods after Donald Trump introduced a 10% levy on Chinese imports. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on these and other stories from the foreign scene.
The U.S. also started 25% tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico, leading to economic tensions. Canada has responded with 25% tariffs on U.S. products, while Mexico is expected to announce its own measures soon. Stock markets in the U.S., UK, and Asia have dropped, with analysts warning that prices for American consumers may rise. This time, China is targeting American farmers, a key Trump supporter base, by taxing imports like chicken, beef, pork, and soybeans. While China has made it clear it will not be pressured, it is also signaling a willingness to talk. Meanwhile, Ukraine's Prime Minister Denis Shinya said Kyiv remained committed to working with the U.S. despite Washington pausing military aid. He also stated that Ukraine is ready to sign a deal allowing the U.S. access to its rare earth mineral deposits. Russia has welcomed Donald Trump's decision to halt aid, saying it could push Ukraine towards peace talk. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance said Ukraine could return to negotiations if President Zelensky is willing to seriously talk peace. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is in a tough position after a failed meeting with the U.S. President Donald Trump and the suspension of American aid to Ukraine. With few options left, some U.S. politicians including former ally Senator Lindsey Graham, have suggested that he should resign or change his approach. One possible way forward is a minerals deal with the U.S. Zelensky was prepared to sign it last Friday before being told to leave the White House. His chief aide, Andriy Yermak, says talks are ongoing, but Trump's administration may want more concessions. Zelensky cannot afford to simply apologize or step down, as Ukraine has been fighting Russia for 3 years. And lastly, on global news, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance has sparked controversy with his comments on international forces policing a peace deal in Ukraine. Speaking to newsmen, Vance suggested that economic investment in Ukraine was a better security guarantee than 20,000 troops from some random country that hasn't fought a war in over 30 or 40 years. UK opposition politicians criticized his remarks, seeing them as disrespectful to British forces. The UK and France has both said they are willing to send troops as part of a peace deal. Vance later clarified that he did not mention the UK or France and acknowledged their history of fighting alongside the US. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the exciting world of entertainment. Ruga has officially announced the release of his highly anticipated second studio album, Blonde Boyru, set to drop on March 28, 2025. The Nigerian singer made the announcement through a newly released freestyle on social media, giving fans a possible glimpse into his upcoming project. The report. In his post, Ruga boldly declared his intention to take over 2025 with its greatest weapon, music. This exciting news follows the release of his latest single, JJ, which dropped on February 14, 2025. The track, arriving on Valentine's Day, quickly gained traction, resonating with fans and sparking dance trends on TikTok. The song blends Ruga's signature Afrobeat and dancehall influences while hitting at his artistic growth. Since breaking into the industry, with hits like Bounce and Asiwaju, Ruga has established himself as a unique force in Afrobeat, seamlessly fusing dancehall and Afrofusion. His debut album, Rule the World, highlighted his versatility, and fans are eager to see how Blonde Boyru will elevate his artistry further. With the album's release date approaching, more details, including lead singles and potential collaborations, are expected to be unveiled soon. Justice Alexander Oweye of the Federal High Court, Ikoyi, Lagos, has granted bail in the sum of 100 million naira to the former manager of the defunct music group P-Square, Jude Okoye Chigozie. Jude Okoye is standing trial alongside his company, Northside Music Limited, on 7 counts of charges related to money laundering. The charges were brought against him by the Lagos Zonal Directorate of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. He pleaded not guilty when the charges were read to him upon his arraignment on 26 February 2025. During Monday's proceedings, his defense counsel, Inebihe F. Young, moved the client's bail application on medical grounds, urging the court to grant it. After considering all submissions, Justice Oweye noted that the charges against Okoye were bailable and granted him bail in the sum of 100 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. One of the sureties must own landed properties within the court's jurisdiction. The court further ordered that Okoye must notify EFCC before traveling outside the jurisdiction. Lastly, on entertainment, Funke Akindele has announced that her latest film, Finding Me, will begin streaming on Amazon Prime Video on the 17th of March. Written, directed, and produced by Funke herself, Finding Me is a journey of self-discovery. It's about finding yourself, love, confidence, money, balance, or even trouble. The film brings together a stellar cast including Shafi Bello, Dele Odule, Sharon Oja, Tina Mba, Dakore Egbosu Akande, Omoni Oboli, Omowumi Dada, Efe Iwara, Joseph Benjamin, Femi Adebayo Salami, Emeka Onwagbara, and Abdul Gafar Abiola, the cute Abiola. That's it on entertainment news tonight. Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News. And now talking sports, former FIFA president Sepp Blatter and French football legend Michel Platini are back in court in Switzerland to face accusations of fraud. Let's now join our sports correspondent Freeman Osawe, who has more details on these and other sports stories.
In 2022, the pair were acquitted in a trial over a payment of 2 million Swiss francs, 1.6 million euros, made to Platini and authorized by Blatter in 2011, who formerly led European football's governing body UEFA. But the Swiss federal prosecutor appealed against the decision. The new trial is expected to last until Thursday with a verdict due on 25th March. The pair appeared before an appeal court in Moutennes near Basel on Monday. Blatter 88 reaffirmed that he was innocent with a statement which reads as follows. A lawyer for Platini, 69, said the lower court that acquitted the pair in 2022 had been right to find that the disputed payment of 2 million francs was lawful. Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. has disclosed that the club instructed him not to attend the Ballon d'Or award ceremony last year. The Brazilian was considered a strong contender for the prestigious award, with many tipping him to edge out Manchester City's Rodri. Madrid manager Carlo Ancelotti, who was honored as manager of the year, did not attend the event as well. Earlier this season, Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta was mocked after criticizing the Puna ball used in the League Cup. The Gunners lost two-leg semi-final against Newcastle 4-0 on aggregate. The Football Association said the ball used in the FA Cup delivers against all of the testing requirements. And finally, in basketball, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 51 points to help the Oklahoma City Thunder to a 50th win of the season against the Houston Rockets. In the NBA, Gilgeous-Alexander made all 10 of his free throws and also had 7 assists in a 127-128 win. It is the fourth time the 26-year-old scored 50 or more points in a game since January, having never done so before then. The Western Conference leaders have won 30 of their past 15 matches to improve to 50-11 for the season, with no other side in the division having yet won 40. And that's it on Sport News. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us. I am Gift Uwagboy. Have a good night.